Welcome to your own channel of Right Funda. Here is a question from wave optics and combined of geometrical optics also. So let's read the question what it says. A parallel beam of light wave of wavelength 6000 angstrom falls normally on the base of a biprism made of glass, and refractive index of glass is given as 1.52 with a refracting angle alpha is equal to 3 degree. Behind the biprism is a plane parallel plate with the space filled up with benzene, and the refractive index of benzene is given as 1.5. Question asking, find the width of a fringe on a screen placed behind the system. If you behind the system, if screen is placed, then what is the fringe width? So what is happening? A beam of light is falling on this, and there is a biprism there here. So this is a system of biprism. So this is a biprism will be there somewhere like this. This angle is equal to 3 degree. And this side biprism, this side also biprism is there. And here behind this there benzene is there. This side benzene is there. This is even a 1.52 refractive index, n is equal to 1.52 and n is equal to 1.5. And behind the system somewhere here, behind here some screen is placed. Behind the system some screen is placed. Then what will be the fringe width on the screen? So all of you try this question. You wish you can pause the video, you can try the system, try the problem, and after that you can again resume the video and we'll be seeing the solution. We'll give the solution right now. So hope you have solved the solutions. Okay, solve it the problem. So you got the answers. Let's check the answer whether you got correctly or not. Let's first make the strategy to solve this problem. How to solve this problem? Let's think. But before that, let's understand what happened in case of biprism. Suppose you have a biprism like this. So this is your flat surface. Suppose you have a prism like this, small prism. This is a prism like this. This angle is very very small. Thin prism is there. Okay, the biprism is there. You put an object here. The object is placed here. Then what happens? Light will come like this. So I'll show two rays out of that. Suppose this one ray came like this, and this bends and goes like this. For example. So this is the thing. So similarly, another ray will come and it bend like this. So what will happen? This, if I join this line, this ray come and goes like this. If some observer observe like this, then it will seem as if this is coming from this point. So he will get two images of this single source. So they will act like the virtual sources. So this is, I will say, the source S1 is there. I'll get the Si there. So I'll get S1 and S2. Two sources will be there, and the lights will be coming. This light goes in different directions. The light will be going. They may superimpose like this. So what will happen? This behave like a virtual source. And in young double-slit experiment, we know there are two sources are there, and these two sources will be coherent sources. And if you know the distance between the two coherent sources, and if you know the distance from here to the screen will be somewhere here. The distance is known to you. You can easily calculate all the parameters which will be required by the different formula, different concepts that you know from Young's double-slit experiment. So in this case, what we need to do, first find out what is the distance d, and to calculate distance d, what you will be requiring this angle. This is called angle of deviation. It's not going like this, it bend like this. This much angle it bend. So if it bend like this angle is called the delta. This delta is known to you. From this delta, you can calculate this width by simple trigonometry. But this distance is a. So this distance, suppose a, this is a tan delta will be there, and distance d will be equal to 2a tan delta. So first foremost task in under us right now to calculate this delta, that is the angle of deviation suffered by the ray due to the refraction through the prism, so by prism. So we'll see, we'll calculate the angle of deviation, and the deviation the formula will say. So what is happening if you see the geometrical diagram of this system? So this is my biprism is there, one side of the biprism I have drawn. So light ray came from this side. Okay, it fell normally on this surface. It passed undeviated because perpendicular incidence is there, but here it will suffer refraction. This side is n is given to 1.52. This side is given to 1.5 is given. Both the side different. One is n I have taken, another is n dash I have taken. So angle it incidented on this. What is the angle of incidence here? If you see, angle of incidence will be equal to alpha, because this angle is given alpha. So this angle will be equal to alpha. So angle of this is a normal I've drawn. This is a normal on the first surface. If this is normal on the first surface, then after that the angle of refraction is theta dash. Suppose there's a theta dash is there. After the ray came like this, it's gone like this. Suppose this angle is equal to theta double dash. This is the angle theta double dash. This is the angle. This is a normal right now. So this is the angle of incidence for the second refraction, and the angle of emergence, or at what angle will be there with the making with the normal, is theta triple dash, theta dash, theta double dash, triple dash, and dash is there. So these are the data that we have parameters we consider. And let's solve this problem. What will happen? So if you see this problem, first what we'll do, we have to calculate the angle of deviation. How will you calculate the ambient deviation? In case of refraction, we know the angle of deviation in case of refraction is equal to angle of incidence minus angle of refraction. Angle of incidence minus angle of refraction. There are two refractions there. One refraction here happening, another refraction here happening. So in both the cases, we can find the angle of refraction, and delta will be equal to delta 1 plus delta 2. What is the angle of refraction? The first case is equal to theta 2, theta dash, because we're going by density to rarer medium. So here we take the mod, we take, see that, whichever greater will be there. So theta dash is greater than theta and alpha. So first angle of refraction of theta dash is minus alpha, and second will be equal to theta triple dash minus theta double dash. So we can write the equations for this, and the angle of deviations can be calculated. We can write the figure that deviation equal to theta dash minus alpha plus theta double dash triple dash minus theta double dash. This is my angle of deviation that occurs. So now this, what is this theta dash, theta double dash, theta triple dash we have to calculate. So from the triangle QRB, if you see the angle QRB, suppose this is my R, this is B, and this point I've given the name Q. This point is Q. So in the triangle QRB, see that this angle plus this angle plus this angle is equal to 180 degree. So three angles you add, this angle is equal to theta double dash, and this angle, if you see, is equal to these three angles. All the three angles you add, this will be equal to 180 degree. Alpha plus this angle is equal to 180 degree. So if you put this is a 90 degree angle. So this angle is equal to 90 minus theta dash, is equal to 90 minus theta dash. This is equal to theta double dash and equal to 90, and this is equal to alpha. So alpha plus 90 plus theta double dash plus 90 minus theta dash, this will be equal to 180 degree. That we can write. So we got one relation between theta double dash and theta dash. So 1 equals to alpha plus 90 plus theta dash plus 90 minus theta dash is equal to 180. From this we got relation theta double dash is equal to theta dash minus alpha. This one equation we got. Again, we can apply Snell's law between the theta dash and alpha. We can apply the Snell's law, and applying Snell's law, we can get the equation n1 sin theta equal to n2 sin theta 2. So n sin alpha in the first case is equal to n dash sin theta dash. Here n sin alpha is equal to n dash sin theta dash. One equation I wrote like this. And second equation, the second refraction, I'll be writing. In case of second refraction, you'll see here this equal to 1 n dash sin theta dash double dash is equal to 1, because here medium here is a 1 sin theta triple dash. That equation will be writing. So second equations what that we can write is the equations n dash sin double dash is equal to 1 into sin triple dash. But here theta dash theta is because the angle alpha itself is very small quantity. The biprism, thin biprism is there. So these quantities are very small. So the thin prism concept I will use. So sin theta dash is equal to theta dash, sin alpha is equal to alpha, sin double dash triple dash is equal to sin theta triple dash. Okay? So if these quantities I will apply, then I can from the first equation I can get the n alpha, sin alpha equal to alpha, and sin theta equal to theta dash. In this equation I will substitute. Then I got these two equations like this. So solving this equation, there are three equations I obtained. One equation is here, equation number 1. This I got the equation number 2 for the small angle case. This is the equation number 3. These three equations are there. If I write these three equations and I'll simplify these three equations. This is one equation, there is another equation, and this is another equation. These are the three equations are there. These three equations, if I simplify, then I can get the value of theta dash, and theta double dash in terms of known quantity alpha. So simplifying this, we got the theta is equal to this, n by n dash into alpha. Theta double dash equal to n by n dash minus 1 into alpha, n minus n dash by n dash alpha, and theta triple dash we got this relation. Three relations we obtain for theta, theta dash, theta double dash, and theta triple dash. Okay. So after once we obtain these three relations, then we can put the values in case of delta, that delta equation we will substitute, then we can get the value delta can be obtained here. Okay. Now suppose if the source is at a distance a, then we can calculate the deviations, because the source, where is the source we don't know, but source is very far apart somewhere there, so theoretically infinite is but very far distance. Suppose that distance is equal to a distance, the source is there, the light is coming from a very far point, a is a very large quantity, a distance here. If the source is at a distance a from the first refracting surface, then I can write the angle of deviations can be written, calculate the angle distance between the virtual sources, because the angle, the ray has been deviated by this distance. So here one virtual source will be there, and second prism ke liye, and light is coming, so second prism also there will be distance. So I can calculate the distance between the virtual sources. The distance between the virtual sources can be calculated. If distance a, this angle is delta. So from this is equal to a delta, this is equal to a delta, this is equal to a delta. So the distance separation between them is equal to a delta. 2 points I will take, one ray I will take. So in the first prism and second prism will be refracting. So I got 2a delta, and delta is equal to n minus n dash into alpha. We can calculate from this equations. So that we substitute, then once I got the d value I can obtain. Now capital D, what is capital D? In case of fringe width, we know the equations what we write is equal to lambda is equal to beta capital D by small d. Okay. So D, the distance between the source and the observer. So here you will see, here somewhere virtual objects will be there. This virtual source will be like this here, because this point source ka, there will be two virtual sources will be there, that we have calculated. This distance equal to mu minus 1 into a alpha, mu minus 1 into n minus n dash into alpha, n minus n dash 2 n minus n into alpha, this distance, and we have to take from this to source the screen. So this distance a, the other distance you take the b. Suppose the screen is the distance b separation behind, b distance behind the d, I have taken the a plus b, where a is a very large distance and d is some finite distance. So we written this one. So lambda equal to capital B plus this. So lambda is equal to, in place of d we have written like this. In place of small d we substituted this value. The small d value we substituted this. So this we obtain. And if you see the numerator mein a is there, denominator is there, a is not given, b is not given to you. If I divide numerator and denominator both by a, then I got lambda 1 plus b by a into 2 times n minus n into alpha. And this quantity, if you see, this quantity is v is a finite distance and a is an infinite distance, very large distance. This tends to 0, very, very small quantity. So if I substitute the values, then I get the equations that this our beta is equal to lambda into n minus n dash into alpha. This equation update, we can substitute the values. We can substitute the value lambda equals 6,922, n is equal to 1.52, and dash equal to 1.5. Alpha we calculated to be equal to 3 degrees given. 3 if we are converted into a radian, we can get this answers. And if you substitute the values, then beta, the question is asking about the to calculate the beta, and beta can be calculated to be equal to this. And if you substitute the values, then the beta is equal to 0.2864 millimeter.